Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jamie Lewis, and thank you so much for attending this webinar where we are going to be revealing a game changer. If you are looking to start your online business, if you're a newbie, you're in the perfect place. About a few years ago, I'd put out a very funny video on YouTube where we were driving around in a Rolls Royce, and it did pretty well on YouTube. It was a viral video, but there really wasn't much point to it. But somebody had seen that video. His name was Matt. And from that video, he started to check out my other stuff and then ended up in my class. I was doing an online class. And then about 2 years later, I went to the supermarket. And this young man had walked up to me in the supermarket and said, "Hey, I'm in your class. You've done really well for me. Thank you very much." This was pretty cool because we became friends, and I just actually came back from a meeting with him, and it was incredible what he's doing. He's done over $800,000 this month. And I'll show you a little bit about that later on in the webinar and how exactly he did it. But the incredible thing was that I had asked him, "How are you doing this?" And he had explained the method, and I said, "I'm about to do this webinar, and it's the first time I'm revealing this, and it's actually the same method." So, you know, here is this very big coincidence, but very excited. I'm very glad that you're here. So we're gonna jump into it. If you can see my screen here, within the next 60 minutes, I will put my money where my mouth is. I know you probably saw a commercial or an ad or something like that before you got to the webinar, and it's pretty intriguing because we're doing things a lot differently. It's very unorthodox, but I can promise you that this has never been done before, and by the end of this webinar, you will be in full agreement with where I'm coming from. So basically what I'm going to do is prove to you that anyone can start an insanely high volume online business immediately, even if you have zero skills, technical knowledge, or experience. And I really mean that. You know, I'd throw this little extra footnote in there that a lot of the time when you attend a webinar and you learn a new method and the gurus, they'll say, "Hey, this had worked for me." A lot of the time, they're very experienced, they're very smart, they're very successful already. And a lot of the time, sometimes people can get out of touch. You know, the instructors can get out of touch with the user base, the fan base, and people interested in learning. And therefore, they might think that you need zero experience, but in reality, it can be really difficult. Now, what we do is in my classes, we unmute all students, and we do that twice a week. So after doing 800 or so of these classes, we've really learned a lot about our students and learning really where to start and making sure that we cover all the bases before moving on to a harder level. So when I say that, seriously, you could literally have just started using a computer, you're gonna be fine with this method, all right? So let's jump into it. I just wanted to let you know we are doing something really special. If you stay to the end of the webinar, we are going to be giving away $500 cash. And we'd love to do that as an incentive to not only inspire you, to motivate you, to keep you here, because this is something you're definitely not going to want to miss. But we are going to randomly choose a winner at the end of the webinar, and you could possibly win $500 cash. So don't go anywhere, all right? All right, so today during the webinar, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the one thing that allows me to sell anything online without actually selling. Yes, this is going to be a specific method, and we're going to be focusing in on one very, very, very important aspect, but it'll allow you to sell all sorts of different things. There's not just one thing that, you know, we're going to say, "Hey, this traffic method works with this one thing." This is a fundamental, foundational approach that will allow you to make tons of sales without actually having to sell anything. And it is one thing that is very, very overlooked. All right. And, you know, this is an autopilot model, one that allows me to make $3,000 a day at least on autopilot with this very simple method. All right, as you can see that screenshot, I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you. $3,000 in one day, and then the day before, $6,000 with affiliate commissions, all right, as an affiliate marketer. Now the next model is high ticket agency sales. Now this is where you can make sales up to $10,000 in one lump sum. And then last but not least, how to monetize with domain names. This is a screenshot of a domain name that I sold on flippa.com for $238,000. So If you have finally snapped, ladies and gentlemen, and you're saying enough is enough, and you want to graduate to the next level and get paid more than you have ever dreamed of, yes, you're in the right place. Now, if you're a go-getter, all right, and you're tired of buying courses and digital products and shiny objects that teach difficult models, yes, again, you are in the right place. If you believe that you need more out of your life and to better yourself, this is the right webinar for you. You only live once, okay? So what is about to happen in this webinar is we are going to be indoctrinating you into the same system that has enabled me, myself, Jamie Lewis, to generate $18 million online. If you have failed before, I'm going to explain why you failed, the reason why people fail when they're starting an online business. And better believe it, it is not your fault. I'm also going to show you, again, how to make up to $10,000 lump sum agency sales with any platform. And we are going to hear from multiple students of mine that are doing anywhere from $10,000 on up to $100,000 per month, yes, within this webinar. I'm also going to reveal the ultimate game changer method that solves the biggest problem that entrepreneurs face. The reason why people fail, and if you can see there, I think of it metaphorically like a staircase that was built for Nephilim giants, all right? It's impossible to step each step. There are micro steps in between, for lack of a better word, right? So, people are trying to learn methods and systems that are way too difficult to set up. The steps are way too difficult to climb. The one thing that matters is hidden from you and would make all their programs obsolete if more people knew about it. All right, and that is the elephant in the room. Now, what that means, all right, and if you were to take a look on Wikipedia, it's a metaphor, and it's really, referring to something when it's like this very important thing. It's the most important thing, the only thing that you need to know, and it's very obvious, but it might be very controversial, and no one wants to discuss it, and for one reason or another. We are going to be bringing out that elephant right out in the open, and we are going to tackle it, and I'm going to show you how we've been able to solve this challenge. So, if you're not familiar with me, as you can see there, I'm not usually someone who likes to focus on myself, but I know if you don't know who I am, this is who I am. I'm Jamie Lewis. I've been doing this about 18 years. I started out, half of my career was promoting musical products and things like that, and then I started to teach it. As you can see there in that picture to the left, and I'm doing right now an animation project called Gurus. So in this movie, it's going to star, yes, gurus, biz op and make money online gurus. There's going to be pianos falling on top of them and all sorts of stuff. You're going to love it. But I've been working on that the last 3 months at the same time as doing all these classes and doing launches and doing all sorts of stuff. But I make sure that all my business models allow me to head on down to the basement and do all that soldering and crafting and paper mache and resin and all that stuff. I'm also a musician, as you can see there, and I've done over 50 products on ClickBank and Warrior Plus, JVZoo. I've had a very successful software on JVZoo, and I'm an affiliate marketer. I was one of the first affiliate marketers, and I pretty much promoted everything under the sun. So I'll tell you right now, we know the best products, we know the best keywords, all that good stuff. I also do a lot of touring and speaking on stage at events. And I've won a few awards, of course. I also have a very nice little family there. We have tons of children. We really like having children. That's my wife right there. So that's a little bit about myself. But something that's more important to me is the fact that I'm really proud of my students. And through the years, some of my students are very, very, very successful. Matthew Neer from List Leverage, I don't know if you know who that is, but Matthew Neer is one of these 8-figure guys. If you don't know what 8 figures is, it's over $10 million in earnings. Another student here was Adil Chowdhury, who owns Scribble on ClickBank. As you can see there, he says, I took Jamie's coaching many years ago. I like to throw that in there. And then I have that other student I was telling you about, Matt Sabia, who did the $800,000. I just met with him at the Mexican restaurant, and he blew my mind what he's doing. He actually had a really incredible month, as you can see there, at $1.8 million and that's there in that same Mexican restaurant. He's got his laptop out. Pretty incredible story. It's even more incredible that he actually introduced me to my wife. So It's an amazing thing that can happen from putting out a video of you driving around in a Rolls Royce, right? As you can see there, he did $853,000 in orders. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So I don't know if you've known about Matt, but that's my boy right there. That's one of my top students, and I'm very proud of him. You know, we talked about Matthew Neer from List Leverage. Just so you know, and this will be a little bit encouraging to you, these guys were newbies. They were newbies when they started out. Matthew Neer was right there. He's from Fresno. He was a skateboarder. So, you know, you don't need to be a Mensa student or, you know, go to business school or anything like that. These are normal, regular people. And these models, I believe in, it has to be fun, it has to be easy, it has to be fast, because you can't work your butt off. You have other things to do. And so you really do have to get results right away. And so that's why I was able to achieve this, I believe. So, you know, we'll get into a little bit of that later. I just wanted to introduce myself for those who don't know me, and let's jump into it, all right? So the reason why this webinar, I believe, will be a lot different than other webinars that you've been to is that, you know, this is something that is really an adversary to a lot of the popular information given out by gurus, all right? If you're looking for something that actually works and you don't want to be someone who went to a private school, this is definitely for you. I'm going to jump right into it, and I'm going to spill the beans, nothing hidden from you. The actual secret is the actual ads, the actual writing, the copywriting, all right? And I'm going to show you how you can automate it so you don't need to work. Again, if you don't want to worry about, you know, what you're going to need to type, or, you know, your text, or, you know, being witty or psychological or whatnot, we have cured writer's block here, and that's what is so exciting. As you can see there to the left, yes, there's a reason why copywriters get paid up to $3 to $4 million per year, as you can see right there. They get paid $10,000 a sales letter. They, you know, and as you can see, it's all over the place. $10,000 a sales letter, $4 million a year. That's what you get when you search Google. You should try it out. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to work as a copywriter or something, but, you know, when it comes to everything you're doing, whether you're going on Instagram and you're getting followers, or, you know, you want to do a bonus, or an email marketer, or you are running Google ads, or you have Shopify store, you're doing Amazon, or whatever you're doing, you need to write your ad, right? And even better yet, a lot of the time you don't have the energy to write. You might not want to write at all. So that's what we are here to tackle, okay? So there's good news and there's bad news, and I figured I'd give you the good news first, okay? The good news is that we annihilated the bad news, all right? This is the equivalent, and I'll show you what I'm saying, but imagine you had some type of infection, like a financial infection, right? Now, if you put a Band-Aid on it, you're not really gonna be able to cure the infection. You know, you'd have to take antibiotics, right? So what this is like, this is the equivalent of you going on a raw food diet, becoming incredibly healthy, you know, IV drip, you just hang back and you feel a heck of a lot better, right? So we're like instantaneously, you know, very quickly fixing your entire situation with what I'm about to show you, all right? And of course, this is all free traffic. This doesn't have anything to do with you spending money on traffic or spending money on paid advertising. It's also very quick to start it. It's very fast. It's very simple and very easy. It's, you know, and I like things that are easy, right? I like things that are fun. I probably wouldn't be where I was if I had, you know, tried to do things that I didn't enjoy doing. I'll be straight up honest with you. And then at the end of the day, the results are gigantic, as I was talking about. Some of my students, they're upwards of 8 figures. So, you know, it's not like we're chasing something that only delivers $100 a day or something. I mean, the sky is really the limit with this. There's infinite scaling opportunity. So if you weren't here, as I was saying, right? If you were going at this alone and someone had for some reason told you that elephant in the room, you know, hey, this is the one thing you need to worry about, you would say, oh, all right, if I need to do that, if I need to be creative, forget it, you know? If I need to be a wordsmith, forget it. You know, and you would waste a ton of money on all of these programs and stuff, just, you know, continuing to try to fix your financial situation without, you know, this really organic and common sense approach, right? And time is very, very valuable. So, you know, before you know it, you'd be like, oh my God, I spent 20 years trying to learn this thing. I've spent all this money, I'm in debt, and your spouse gets really angry at you, right? So I'm just very glad that you're here, right? As you would think, yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible to write copy and to be a good copywriter and to get, you know, the conversions and the sales that I really need to get online. Obviously, to sell things with text, the text needs to be good. Wouldn't that make sense, right? But no one really ever talks about that. So we have made the impossible possible here, and I'm very excited to say that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of go through the method now and the skeleton, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to prove to you that we're on the same page. You're probably familiar with a lot of the logos that you see on this page. As you can see there, Facebook is a traffic driver. You would drive traffic with Facebook. It also works as a place where you can build a subscriber base in a way, right? You have fans. Same thing with Instagram, works very, very similarly, where you acquire followers and you can build a gigantic follower base, and then all you need is a link there and you can sell all sorts of stuff, right? Same thing with YouTube. YouTube is a great method of driving traffic. Gab is a brand new social network. It's very controversial, but people are starting to sell on there like crazy because there's not a lot of competition. And then there's Udemy, which is a solo ad network where you can buy email ads, email blasts. And then there's Medium, which is a new method of article marketing, which is of course another free traffic method. And then there's TikTok, of course. TikTok ads are awesome. It's where Facebook ads was back in the day, like when Facebook ads first came out. TikTok's kind of like that, the new Facebook ads, and it's cheap. It's got some really cool features to target and hone in on who you want to advertise to. And then there's Craigslist, which I've used since 2005, promoting ClickBank products, believe it or not. And it also can be used with an agency. But all of these things don't matter if you don't have a great headline, or if you don't have some type of information. They see your headline, then they buy, and that's what that screenshot is that's me holding up my phone where there's 4 figures a day consistently. So this is an example, and I mean, this kind of proves my point. On the left, you can see there it says step 1, comment. Now this is something that I actually did. Alex Becker, I don't know if you're familiar with him. If you're not, you should check him out. He's very, very knowledgeable, and he's awesome business person. He had posted that he was in a relationship with someone. And so I commented on his post. Now what I said, people really liked. And so I got the top comment. So, it was a pretty significant post. Alex Becker is famous, and he was announcing that he's in a relationship. So the result was there's about 1,000 likes, and I had gotten the top comment. I got 40 likes. So that means that at least 40 people saw that comment, and then they actually liked it or laughed at it or whatever. And so that's the idea that kind of proves it, all right? When was the last time that you commented on someone's post and got 40 likes? Okay, they didn't do that because they know who I am. A lot of those people who liked that comment have no idea who I am, and I'm not really a very big commenter, okay? So that kind of proves my point, right? I mean, you can either, comment on something and no one ever sees you, or you can comment on something in the right way and you get people clicking on your name and they end up on your page, right? And realistically, it only took me a couple seconds to comment, right? So that's just one little thing in the gigantic universe of internet marketing, one little example, but I think that's a really great example. Now the step 2 would be you have like same thing with Instagram. You'd post a picture of yourself or something like that, and you say, hey, I'm taking on 5 new protege students, PM me, right? And this is similar to, other instructors would tell you, that's the idea. Make sure that they DM you on Instagram or PM you on Facebook, that type of thing. But you could just post a picture and you could say, hey, if you're interested in it, click here, etc. That's the drift. And we're not talking any technicals, autoresponder, or websites or anything like that. This is really what you need to concentrate on, all right? And then you can be in the money really quickly. Step 3 is, of course, convert. Now, what are you going to sell from this picture, right? If they PM you, what are you going to sell? Well, you could direct link to an affiliate link right in there in the PM or direct message. No website needed, right? You can't really post your affiliate link in a lot of places, like in public or on Craigslist or something like that. What you can do is you can say, hey, email me or DM me or PM me, and then boom, direct affiliate link, right? And that's what a lot of big time marketers do. I hate to say it. A lot of people are trying to sell all these websites and technology and all this stuff, but sometimes that's all you need. I wanted to talk a little bit about something real important too, because do you guys and girls know that there is a way that performance is calculated? Similar like when you're in the car and you're driving really fast and you get, 170, 180, you're in your Ferrari and it's like, yeah, it's great performance, or, what, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, 4 seconds, right? The performance rates, way that we gauge performance, how good something is, how good something sells, etc. And that's called a conversion rate, right? It's very, very important that I explain this right now. So when it comes to conversion rates, this is the easy way to put it. If you have 100 visitors to your website or your fan page or whatever, and you have 1 sale, that would be a 1% conversion rate, right? So 100 hits, 1 sale, 1%. If you had 100 hits and 50 sales, what conversion rate would that be? Anyone know in the questions box? It'd be 50%, right? If you have 100 hits and 10 sales, that'd be 10%. All right, so I think we know what a conversion rate is. Now, this is an example of my conversion rates, okay? So this is kind of like the billboard charts of Warrior Plus. And this is just one of the examples of one of the things I do, but I thought it was a pretty cool screenshot. It's very revealing. So as you can see there, people usually have like a 10% conversion rate or 13% conversion rate, 17%, right? Now my conversion rates, as you can see right there, are 35%. I don't mean to boast or be cocky, but that's pretty darn good. And trust me, if I have a screenshot like this, I'm gonna show it, right? And as you can see right next to that 35%, it says $10.62. Did everybody see that? So that's in comparison to someone, for instance, who has 10%, they have $5. It makes sense, right? So it's kind of like, I need less traffic to make more money. And they, you know what I mean? Like, so they need more traffic to make as much money as I'm making. So conversion is king, right? I mean, the only other person anywhere close to me, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, is Jono Armstrong. He has 27%. He's a very good marketer. You've probably seen him on YouTube everywhere. And he knows what he's doing too. So I would say only me and Jono there, we have the best conversion rates there. Everyone else is kind of lacking, don't you think? But more power to them and best of luck to them. But I've got to compensate here because a lot of the time I'm not promoting a lot of other vendors. I really don't like their products. I mean, no offense to them, but I think my products are better and I don't like to sell stuff. So I've got to compensate in other areas because a lot of the time you're going to have giant launches. If you promote everyone, they'll promote you back. I don't really promote anyone, but I'm able to do very good numbers, over 1,000 units here. I think this is on day 2 of the launch or something like that. And with the best conversion rates on this entire board. And that's where I compensate, is I might not have a lot of distributors, but I have really good conversion. So that's why I chose to do this presentation with that subject in mind. So, it's not only me, but I have different examples here from different students of mine, and they're all different types of things, all right? So let me try to break this down. On the left-hand side, you see there's JVZoo conversions there. 33%, 23%, 16%, 20%. It's always a double digit. In the middle there, you see my student Kent Brosser. Same thing, almost $9 EPZ. Remember mine was $10? Well, his is $9, same thing. And that's with help from my headline. So when you look at it, it's really just a matter of having those 2 words was able to make him twice, 3, 4 times as much as he probably would have made without that headline on there. And a little bit of what I do is instead of saying, hey, this is a really cool bot that will automate your marketing, I said, activate and unleash a cybernetic octopus. So I kind of think outside the box to achieve numbers like that. Here's an example of another offer I have that's 933% conversion rates. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. That means that there were 9 sales for every person that went to the offer. So it was pretty much 100% conversion rate for every product in my funnel. So that's how you get it. And if there was 12 OTOs in there, then or 9 OTOs, and if everyone who goes buys one. And this is early on. I don't, later on in the launch, it's not 900%, but you get the drift. Conversions are happening there. Below that, you can see I had 400 clicks from only 13,000 people, a list of 13,000 people, which is not much. It's not like a list of 1 million people or 2 million people like the gurus. It's only 13,000 people. And that's one of my lists that's kind of medium targeted. It has subs in there too, people who just opted in. I mean, it's not like something where it's a super targeted list or something, but it's one of my lists for a specific product, and it was able to achieve 21% open rates and 15% click-through rates, get me 430 clicks from just pressing a button. And as you can see with my EPC, you know, we do EPCs like $10, multiply 400 by 10. That's how much I would make from pressing a button, from only 13,000. So if we can get you a list of 13,000, I think we can achieve that type of thing. Below there is one of my students, and you're gonna meet her a little later. Her name is Jen, and she's able to get 50% conversion rates on the front end. So that means if she has 10 people visit the site, she's gonna make 5 sales. So as you can see, you know, I'm talking probably to, you know, you guys and gals probably have experienced, you know, I bought a solo ad and nothing happened. That means you got a 0% conversion rate. That basically just means your headline wasn't right, and you need to come to this webinar and obtain these nuclear headlines, pretty much, right? And do what these people are doing, all right? So eBay right there, $180,000 sale. Here's another month on ClickBank. It was $175,000. At any given time, as you can see there on the arts and entertainment charts of ClickBank, I was number 2, number 7, number 8, and number 12, all at the same time. And on YouTube there, you can say Jamie is number 1 for internet marketing. I was able to climb the charts even with these types of skills, right? Knowing what headline to put on YouTube, for instance. It really is the elephant in the room. Another example there is you can see a lot of my offers there on Warrior Plus or on ClickBank. They have very obscure titles, don't they? I mean, Traffic Siphon Software delivers profit babies, right? And the whole theme is it's a metaphor. Making money online is as difficult as giving birth, right? So we go with these metaphors, and it always works out incredible. So you might be thinking, all right, Jamie, well, I'm getting great ideas here, and I'll just copy your swipes or your JV page. No, because basically, just all in a nutshell, you're gonna get bad karma from doing that. No one gets anywhere by cutting corners or copying people or anything like that, all right? And we're not talking about copying anything. I know you might be thinking, well, how or what or who, you know? You'd get kicked off of a platform that you're using for plagiarism, you could get sued for plagiarism, and you could get slapped on Google and get knocked into, you know, outer space, and you're on page 40 of Google all of a sudden. You could get blacklisted from doing email marketing, and it's very corny, you know, it's very cringy. I don't recommend stealing someone's copy or duplicating people's copy or their content, you know, I think you'd agree, right? So I was like, hey, I'm gonna create a headline, and then, you know, what if we were able to take different variations of every word, right? And create a drop down for it. And then you'd have all these dozens and dozens of variations, like something, right? Well, you click on the drop down, well, one thing, or you won't believe, other variations. And then instead of you, how about you all, or your friend, or everyone, right? And it's kind of like Mad Libs, right? So something you don't know, right? And then there'd be variations. What if we could create a software for it? You know, but there'd have to be a database, right? There'd have to be like an actual, you know, all of these. So that's what we started, was we created this Google Docs, and we created Google Docs for every generator, every application, every headline or profile or ebook or email swipe. We created this gigantic database using all of these Google Docs, me and my students. And then we had a software created. We spent quite a bit of money on it. We did a massive data entry undertaking for months, inputting all of the stuff. As you can see there, that's an actual video of us putting all of the different words into the database, so that then we could use it, and we could just on the fly, like if we need to create a headline, or if we need to create some type of ad, or, you know, something that really truly converts, we can really premeditate the conversion, and then we jump in there and we create a unique, 100% unique ad, or a unique profile for Clarity or YouTube or wherever you're gonna make money, LinkedIn. And then it was born. We had created this incredible software Whereas you can see there, you just simply select each option in the drop down, and they are really good. They're really funny, and it really works. And we have multiple case studies of, in a matter of minutes, jumping into this software and making money from it immediately. And it's not only advertising. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. I might be getting ahead of myself, but as you can see there, that stuff is very, very funny, and it works. So it's all in that database, and it's all accessed through this machine, and it is similar to Mad Libs or a children's word game or something like that. So it's incredibly fun to use, it's incredibly quick, and we have been able to start accelerating our production and putting out and publishing, putting out ads, 10, 20, 100 times faster than usual if we didn't have this. So when we are thinking like, hey, we're going to create, an ad or, an about me page or a dating profile or whatever, we come in here and we access which generator we need, and then we get to town and we start working on it. And as of today, there are 42 generators. There's Google ads, there's ebook generators, there's headlines, Facebook ads, YouTube titles, domain sales, outsourcing. Say for instance, you want to hire someone, and you don't know what to say on Freelancer, or you want to sell a domain name, you don't know what to say in your domain listing. You come in here and you access the generator for that specific need, and you go boom, 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 go through the drop down, and boom, you're good to go, right? I mean, we've got VSL copy, like for video sales letter template. We've got profile templates, email swipe templates. We even have comment templates for YouTube, like the comment strategy, where we're talking about that. A game-changing, just mind-blowing software. As you can tell, I'm pretty euphoric about it. It's pretty cool. Here are the results, all right, everybody. We were able to use the software versus not using the software. And it's a great example, the screenshot to the right. You can see there's 11 sales versus 0 sales. Wow. So that would mean, like, if you're not selling anything, that's what your thing might look like, right? As you can see there, 36 clicks, 11 sales. That's a 9% conversion rate. All right, visitor value of $2.89. All right, and the other one to the left, as you can see there's 12 sales versus 3 sales. Very similar traffic there. 254 visitors versus 217 visitors. All right, 12 sales versus 3 sales. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, So I thought that was a pretty good case study to show the difference between, when you're using something like, you saw that like, leads hotter than a Carolina Reaper, where are you going to think something like that up right away? I mean, we have literally millions and millions of combinations of words and headlines that you can put together. It's all done for you. It's like the ultimate done for you. So, I wanted to also talk about this, and I'm glad I kept it for a little bit later, because I did want to go through the conversion rate stuff. But, we were talking about, you're going to get better clicks, get traffic, get better conversions. But, something else you can do with this software is you can make a high ticket sale for copywriting. Like, so for instance, somebody could pay you to do writing for them, and then you just use the software, right? And you're in the money. You can do, affiliate sales. You can sell your buns off, right? And get conversion chain reactions. And you can get 10 times to 100 times more clicks than you usually would, better open rates, and you can make affiliate sales. But you also could do high ticket agency sales, which we do have generators for, and then fulfill the service with the software in like 2 seconds, right? Instead of having to actually write. And people will thank you for this, and they'll thank you for you being able to get it done fast too, all right? Take it from me, agency owner, pretty good stuff. So when it comes to agency business, I always say that the easiest business model is an agency, right? So agency comes first, then domaining is a little harder, doing an ebook on ClickBank a little harder, YouTube ranking a little harder, SEO a little harder, email marketing, and you're getting more difficult and more difficult. And a lot of the time you go on webinars and, I hate to say it, but gurus will say, hey, we're going to learn about email marketing. Whoa, no, not with a newbie. That's a little bit too difficult, Agency is the quickest way to get paid, and it's a little extra bonus we wanted to talk about here. So, we talked about how you can use the generators to get high ticket sales, but we're also going to give you agency access to this software, all right? And so all you would literally need to do is create a PayPal button, either advertise your service within the members area or on our Skype or Telegram group, and then fulfill using the product, right? Pretty much reselling the generators. I wanted to go over some results, and these results are pretty incredible, and I'm actually going to bring on some students, and they're going to tell you themselves how this works for them, all right? So it's not just like I'm showing you screenshots, but this is a great way to illustrate it before we bring them on, and you hear them speak and tell you in their own words.
Hey man, all my peeps out there, you got me, JT the boss, and my best pal, Jamie Lewis. Say hi, Jamie.
Hey!
Hey, all right. And I just want to let you know, it's my man Jamie that's made me what I am today. I rock on because this dude showed me how to play the music right. So, yep, we started off as a total noob, didn't know anything from anything. But, I've been with Jamie now for 3 months. Guess what, Jamie? You don't even know this. I've done $26,864 since you and I started. Got some cool things shaking and coming down the pipe, and I'm on the cusp, and I'm so excited. I got a $185,000 contract I'm waiting for the guy to sign on. I think I'll be driving me a new Jeep. So I'm going to be styling on that bad boy. But yeah, I'm thrilled, man. This is kind of exciting times. Now I have everything, and I have to say, I got to thank you, man. You turned me on. You got me going. Got me so excited doing the stuff that I was doing that I kind of started doing this and doing that, just the things that you asked me to do. I followed along with everything that you told me to follow along with, and everything that you said. It's come true. So you guys have fun and have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.
I'm Jen Zick, affiliate marketer, and I've been using many ads, and it's been amazing. My biggest problem when I started affiliate marketing was being able to figure out how to write the ad and then decrease the word usage that I was using. So when you can click and pick the words, and then it puts the ad together for you, it saves a lot of time and it saves a lot of trouble. Conversion rates have been 50% with using many ads. Study with Jamie, he's always available to talk to. He leads you in the right direction, and he helps you kind of develop your own brand instead of just doing affiliate marketing and promoting somebody else's brand. So I think that's the most important thing, and then that'll give you more overall wealth and stability. I love going to his webinars because I learn a lot every time I go.
Which is with the neighbor, and he kind of asked me, what are you doing? I mean, all you do is sit on your all day. Are you a drug dealer? I'm just like, no, I'm no drug dealer, man. I build websites, dude. I put out ads, and I help people with their business, and it helps me as well because it keeps me from selling drugs. My name is Sean Brummett. Who taught me was Jamie Lewis, and I made $2,000. I mean, honestly, after all the crap I bought the man was the only one that I really listened to anymore. He's my mentor. When it comes down to with the internet and everything else like that, if I'm ever in a bind or anything like that, I get a hold of this cat, man, and he knows what the hell he's doing.
Hi, I'm Dave Daniels. I just want to do a quick thanks to Jamie Lewis. I got to tell you, last year when I first started playing around with this, I had like a couple sales here, a couple sales there. It was enough so I could honestly say I'm an affiliate marketer. But, now I got a couple of grand that came in, and that's on Warrior Plus. I got another couple of grand that came in on JB Zoo. So, I mean, this stuff is working. You'd get, to sit in on a webinar or something, with Jamie. And I was thinking, yeah, sure, I tried it, and it's not just what it's advertised to be, it's that and beyond. By the end of the webinar, it really comes down to where there's like maybe only 10 or 12 people in the room, and then it's like, if you got an idea or if you have a problem, you got a road bump there that you haven't been able to get around, not only do you have Jamie sitting right there in the room, but you got these other people too that have been working with Jamie for a while, and you toss out, hey, Jamie, remember when I had that great idea for doing the Teach Your Frog How to Tap Dance class? But I can't get it going and Jamie just starts popping out stuff. It just comes. It's like, stream of consciousness. It's there. And then you have the other people in the room going, yeah, well, what color shoes for the frog? Or, they all have their angle, so that you just have this mass of idea and thought to work off of. And then you can go away, you do it, tinker around with it. And when you come back the next week, you go, this is what I got. What do you think? And people will, give you that, instant review right there, so that, if it's golden, go with it. Just having that availability. And the fact that when I came in, I had like one thing in my mind, but something that they drill over and over is keep yourself open to ideas, because you never know when you may want this, but this is the direction you have to go in. Diversify, have more than one thing going at a time. That way, if one works, great. But if you got two that work, that's even better. So, like I said, when I first started, I had like a thought in mind. Now I got, several, boats out on the water.
If you just buy mini ads, you won't need to go anywhere else. That's the bottom line. It has everything there that you need to succeed. And if you don't succeed, it's your own daggum fault.
Let's talk about Matt, because of course I talked about him enough already in this webinar. I'm very proud of the little guy. He's great, but we're not talking about his $800,000 he made with Shopify. We're talking about a case study where he was using many ads. And so $149,000 in 1 month, and he can attribute it to my help, direct help. Not over the years where he did his own research and learned how to do Shopify himself and all that stuff. This is a case study where the copywriting was able to achieve these results. If it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have probably done that. And then we have Steve Rasmussen, aka Grandpa. If you attend the webinars, you will meet Grandpa. He's a great guy. He's an elderly man, but he was able to do 250 sales on Warrior Plus so far. So congratulations, Grandpa. Love Steve Rasmussen. He's a great guy. And then next we have Lamar Banks. Lamar Banks was able to do $287,000 in 3 months. So that's cool, right? 90 days. And we have Karen Williams. She did $43,000 in 30 days. She started as a newbie. And we have Matt Bannister. He did $500 his first day. And we have John Dillon, $13,000 in only his first 48 hours. So we're talking about these models are quick. This is a quick, very, very easy solution. Roger Ostrander is $2,600 in 1 day. Kimberly Thibodeau did $1,200, $1,600, and a $2,300 sale for domaining. And then we have Jen Zick, who does 50% conversion rates, and all of these folks attribute the conversion success to many ads. And I would just like to throw all my cards out on the table and lay down everything that you're about to start using, all right? I wanna illustrate the exact thing that we can do for you here, which I believe will change your entire everything if you're looking to start an online business or fix your online business. And I want you to think about it. Of course, we're going to be here and we're going to do some, I'm going to answer some questions or whatnot. We're going to hear from students, but it's a very important decision. I believe that this will save you a ton of time and money, and it will actually get you results. I think you'll be in total agreement that this is the ultimate game changer. So you'll get access to the Many Ads members area, and within the members area, as you can see there to the left, to the navigation, you can immediately jump into those generators that I was showing you, and you'll be able to create copy, original, unique copy, and it's not spun, it's not like a copy spinner, and it's not, these fake AI softwares that you see being sold for copy, where it's basically just scraping Google and spinning it, you know. And this is all there in the database. Everything was originally written by us, you know what I mean? So it's all original and it's all very witty, very funny, and will get you clicks. You will just love it. It's incredible. So yeah, as you can see there, all the webinars are included, the generators, and we also have a new AI version that scours the database and does it for you. So you're not even needing to click on the buttons. And that's a very, very unique feature that we just added. So for everybody here who's on the webinar, for the first few new members, we will unlock every bonus possible, all right? And you know, that's for you because you're on the webinar. It is limited, of course, because you'll see, I think with the bonuses, it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, we have the Telegram chat, the Skype group, the mentoring, the webinars, so we can't have like 1 million people in there, you know? But we need to make sure that we make new spots available to ensure that we can keep meetings small and maximize our time together, you know? And so let's take a look at the bonuses, all right? And this is what we can do for you guys. So the first member bonus will be your inclusion into our family, into our group, where everyone is unmuted and we all talk on Skype. And it's quite incredible, as you can hear from my, my student. Anytime, 24/7, you're always gonna have someone there to help you with your business. You're gonna have an alumni student of mine helping, and there's dozens and dozens of successful students in there that'll be able to help you with your business anytime you want. I'm also in there as well, and you know, if you ask specifically for me, I'll jump in there. I love it, love teaching. You know, a little bit about the family, that is an actual picture of us on Skype, I believe, and it's a great example. There I am right there, it says Builder Jamie Lewis. We've got my wife, Crypto Girl, aka Susie Lewis, and she's always on there helping. We've got Johan, we got Big Daniel, we got Chris Kidd, and you're gonna be meeting everybody. These guys are great, they'll help you. They're very knowledgeable. They all make good money with affiliate marketing. They're gonna show you what you're lacking, where you're lacking, what you need to do, you know? So it's a really great opportunity to fix what you're doing. So yeah, we're on there 24/7, and it is truly a really amazing bonus. So that's the first bonus, and this is something that we have never done before. You know, Skype and the Telegram chat. Install Skype because you're gonna need it, you're gonna love it. You have personal mentoring, you're gonna be saving a ton of money. You get my drift. And then this is pretty cool. Now, all of those docs that I was showing you for all of those generators is pretty much like the source doc. And there's a pretty significant budget for building this. You know, we paid people a lot of money to help do those docs. And we are going to be giving you the docs. We're going to also be giving you not only the software, but the docs. You know, you can copy and paste it, you can add to it, and then you can create your own custom generators. So, you know, if say for instance, you're like, I want to add a word to that. I'm always using that generator. I use it all the time for domaining or YouTube or whatever. Using the docs, you can add your own stuff in there and create your custom generators. A lot of people were asking me about that in the beginning. They were like, I love the custom generator feature, but you know, I would love to have something to put in there, right? So we made sure we are going to be doing that now only for a limited time and for limited people. And then we are also going to be giving you our high converting sales scripts, and you'll notice that in there, this is where the original sales script is going to be given to you. So when it is something that might be offline or through a PM or something like that, you're gonna have that version of it so you can just copy and paste it. Duplicate content doesn't really matter when you're sending someone, or it might even be like on the phone, or it might be in a webinar or something like that. Duplicate content is more like for websites and profiles and YouTube and SEO and stuff like that, where you need it unique, you know? But when it comes to doing business, I think you're gonna really appreciate the sales scripts, and you're gonna be able to get things done that you thought you'd never be able to do before, you know? And then of course, you're going to be invited to our mastermind meetings. So we do 3 of them a week, and these are the ones where everyone calls in, everyone's unmuted. Now, I'm gonna do a presentation a lot of the time, but then after the presentation, we let loose, you know, and for a few hours, we're all chatting and working, and sometimes sharing your screen or sharing someone's screen, helping people through conquering challenges and making money together pretty much. So you're gonna be coming to the mastermind meetings 3 times a week. It's like high octane business college. I don't know, I thought of that on the spot, but that's what came to mind, right? So As we saw there, we went through the bonuses. We're going to be able to give you access to using the ManyAds AI software in the 42 generators, and you'll have custom do-it-yourself generators if you'd like, and then you'll have done-for-you ads, comments, templates, and profiles. I mean, we're talking about the ultimate done-for-you, and I think you'd agree. And then we're going to give you unlimited hosting, 200 of our original websites, the actual web design, unique web design, and an autoresponder for unlimited use. So you don't need to spend money every month on an autoresponder. And that's if you'd like to build a list with all the traffic you're getting. We're also going to do done-for-you traffic. And the way that we do that is we have a lot of videos on YouTube. One of them has 20 million views, and we have expired domains. We have all sorts of advertisements and websites and campaigns, and we have a traffic rotator. So all you have to do is plug in your link and the traffic will flow. So you never have to worry about, where am I going to get traffic, etc. I got the software, I can do some really cool ads, but can I get some traffic? Yes, we've plugged in traffic, actual traffic. So again, you're going to get all of the core softwares with ManyAds, but you're also going to get the 4 awesome bonuses, but we can only do that for the first 20 people who get in, all right? So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna encourage you immediately to go on down to manyads.com/enroll, and you'll see there is a coupon for the first 20 people for the bonuses, for the entire package, and that coupon code is now50. So you go to manyads.com/enroll and put in the coupon code there, and it's going to knock off 50% of the price, and you're getting in, the first 20 people will get 50% off, and you're going to get all of those bonuses. All right, it's one single payment, there's no additional fees, and all you have to do is head on over to manyads.com/enroll, but I would do it right now because those 20 spots are going to be gone very, very quickly. But I really look forward to meeting you and seeing you on those webinars 3 times a week and seeing what you come up with and how much money you make and building your business with ManyAds. Just to show you, this is no smoke and mirrors or whatnot, but as you can see there, this is our system, and it says there maximum uses 20, and that's 20 discount codes. So they're going to be gone. That's maximum uses. So say, for instance, Bob gets in right now, there's going to be 19 left, and then Susan gets in, there's 18 left, etc. So it's manyads.com/enroll, and use the discount code NOW50 to get 50% off. So before we get into the questions, I just wanted to reiterate, this is a software that is virtually like tapping into my creative abilities, right? So you're basically using my brain, someone who's been able to copyright not only my own stuff and do $18 million, but all of these students who've done millions and millions of dollars. And it's attributed to my copywriting skills. I'm very, very good at it. Kimberly Thibodeau is actually my editor, and let's hear from her. She's going to explain how I jump in there, I create the skeleton, I create the headline or the original copy, and then my students and myself, we add to it over time, and we do the variations. But I write myself all of the generators and the text, even the ebook and the VSL copy and the domain flipping copy, and then my students and me add the variations.
Hey everybody, this is Kimberly Thibodeau, and I am pleased to tell you that I am the chief copywriter and editor of ManyAds. You can write anything with ManyAds. You name it, you can write it. We have got generators for everything. It's easy. That's the other thing I want to tell you. It is so easy compared to some of these other copywriting programs. If you don't understand this, copywriting is the missing link in so many new, and not even just new marketers who've been around for a while. Copywriting is hard, and this makes ManyAds makes it so easy for you. Not only can you use it for yourself, you can use it to have your own copywriting agency. You can charge people big bucks to do their copywriting because you have your secret. You've got ManyAds. So it's so cool. And I'm so proud to be a part of this with Jamie. I couldn't be more proud. I look at the generator and I look at it in what it's trying to say and how many different ways we can say it. And in some cases there are 20, 30, 40. In some cases there could be almost 100 different ways to use even just one sentence within a generator. And it has that many options for you. If you can't write, you don't have a business. Writing is the secret to so many people's success. And if you have many ads, and if you have the generators and you have a niche, you have a business. It kind of runs the gamut, but good copywriters can charge thousands for a good sales letter. You don't want to go on Fiverr and charge $5. You want to get paid for your work, and you can be paid a lot of money for a good sales page, for a good ad. Jamie came up with a lot of the skeleton of these generators and filled out a lot of them. So it was my job to not only think of some new generators, but to go back and fill in as much as I could to the generators that were already there. The other cool thing about many ads is it's really the only way you can go about writing copy in this way. And you don't have to worry about somebody else saying the same thing, because there are so many different options to choose from. There's hardly any chance that somebody else is going to be saying the same thing as you, even if they're talking about the same thing, because there are so many different options. You're not even using your fingers to type. You're just picking things out that you want to say. And as far as your business goes, the sky's the limit. You can use it to write blogs. You can use it to write a Facebook ad or a YouTube ad. You can use it to come up with, we've talked about before, the video sales letter, but you're not even writing. You're just picking out what you want to say. I know a lot of people say stuff like this. A newbie can so use this software because it's just, you just go through it and you pick what you want to say, and then it gives you the next options, and you pick what you want to say and it gives you the next options. And so you almost don't have to think about it. You just have to have your basic idea of what you want to talk about, and many ads goes from there. And a newbie, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old could do this. It's so easy. So I really want to stress to you all what a great guy Jamie is. And I don't want to use the term guru or mentor, because that would be an insult to Jamie. He's so much more than that. And he has taught me so much in really a very short time. For example, domaining. I knew nothing about domaining, and he just laid it out so easily, and I've already sold several domains. In fact, I've got one on the horn right now for $2,500 if it goes through. So I'm super excited about that. It's just the most exciting time in my life. Meeting Jamie changed my life, and that's the truth. So specifically in terms of domaining, even though I haven't frankly even been paying a lot of attention to it, because I've moved and sold our house. They just sold. Jamie told me where to put them. I put them where he said to put them, doing nothing but putting my $10 domain names up where he told me to put them. Piece of cake. The thing with other gurus is a lot of them are say as I say, not as I do. They don't tell you everything you need to know. But it's been my experience, again, that with Jamie, he comes to where you are and he helps you from there. If you just do what he tells you to do, there's no way you can't succeed.
This is the first time, and it's very exciting for me to be able to offer this to you. It's been a long time in the making. It took 18 years for me to think of a way to actually do this, where you'd be able to use everything that I'm doing, but in a way where it would still be totally controllable. It's totally unique. There's no duplicate content, and there's infinite abilities. There's infinite combinations. So you could literally create millions and millions of headlines and anything that you need when it comes to advertising. You need to advertise if you want traffic, and you need to convert. with that traffic. Many Ads is a software that handles the traffic and gets you really good targeted traffic in a compliant way, so you're not, kicked off of Facebook for saying the wrong thing or something like that. But it's very, very good stuff. So you get those clicks, you get that traffic, and then when they're on your Facebook fan page or on your YouTube video or wherever, on your profile of the Clarity or whatever you're trying to sell, then you're gonna get conversions, right? And then if someone buys an agency product for you, you can again use Many Ads to fulfill it. So just think to yourself, this is really going to change your life. This is something where you're gonna have your hands on typing and texting and doing marketing, and you're basically doing it through my body, all right? So this is pretty incredible. So let's take on some live callers. Let's do this. Right now we have Danny Laguerre, he's calling in. How you doing, Danny?
I spent a whole day before the launch on a Monday night setting up all 8 of the options. And yes, I did get some traffic.
Danny's the man. Not much of a question there. He just wanted to express his excitement and his satisfaction. Thank you very much, Danny. Appreciate it.
How are you, sir?
Really good. I'll tell you what, I'm excited about this.
I'm gonna just access the questions box here, and we're gonna go through some of these questions here so that I can give you guys some really good advice here. All right, this is a good one. Will it work? Will Many Ads work with an existing website? Yes. Depending on your unique challenges with your website, there's gonna be 2 things I wanna focus on with you. So, Bob, if you do get in the webinars, let's jump into your project. Let's do this together. Remember, it's a matter of traffic and then a matter of conversion, right, on the website. So, you'll come up with a new headline for the website, and then you come up with some ads and use Many Ads to do that in a matter of minutes, and we can fix all your problems like immediately, for lack of a better word. So yes, it'll work with an existing website, definitely. And not just a website, but as I was saying, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, everywhere where you're gonna text a little, a header or something like that. Use Many Ads to do that, because, instead of just saying something generically, like, hey, I've got everything you need here, and this is a business in a box. Get it today. You're gonna jump into Many Ads and you click on the generator for a headline, right? And and then you start with it'll be like harness or grab the ultimate, right? And that's all in those drop downs. There's like hundreds of different ways of saying, this is welcome or whatever. And you say harness the ultimate, then you go to the next box and then you select that and you have all these options, and they're really it's just gold, right? Very funny or witty or shocking variations of what you should say. And so say harness the ultimate money in a box. There's all sorts of really funny stuff. And so you'll just boom, 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 you've got a great headline. And that's what we did with Kent Brosser. We used Many Ads to create all of his headlines very, very quickly. And he had a launch on Warrior Plus and did $9. He started with me, he'd never done one before, he's a newbie. It's simply incredible. The gurus are out of business. You know what I mean? So here's another one. Are you sure that I don't need to buy traffic? Absolutely. I mean, take it from me. Look, I'll illustrate this, right? Building a software like this is very, 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 very difficult to do. I'm not encouraging you to do the same thing. I'm encouraging you to do those other types of things that we do as affiliate marketers, which are much, 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 much more easy. And with those, absolutely. Sometimes we use expired domain names for traffic. Sometimes we use a YouTube video, someone else's YouTube video. I actually own the Guitar 90 YouTube channel. It's a very famous case study where somebody was using it as an affiliate marketing tool and he was squatting on it. And so we contacted the owner and we were able to purchase that YouTube video for only $1,000. And we did $1,500 a day for a year, we had a squeeze page, built a list of 100,000 people. We were doing guitar lessons all over the place. And that's traffic, right? So there's all these traffic sources. On the webinars, I will list 100 different traffic sources for you that are for free So you never have to purchase traffic, I promise. All right, there are plenty and plenty of traffic methods that are for free. Medium, for instance, and using many ads with Medium, you wouldn't think, oh, well, I can't use Medium, I'm not an article marketer. But now you have many ads, you can use Medium. Also press releases, it goes on and on. There's plenty of really cool free traffic strategies. Submit a link, it goes on and on. So absolutely, no doubt about it, you can use free traffic for everything that you do here. We are a free traffic school. We strongly believe in using the internet in that way. And yeah, hope I answered your question. All right, so another question here, what time are the webinars? Oh, all right, great question. All right, so our webinars are Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then there's a whole bunch of ones that just pop up here and there. And you can do that through the Skype thing. You could say, hey, you guys want to do a meeting, right? And then we'll all jump on there. And so, you know, but the ones that are always set in stone are Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, Sunday evening, all right? We also have, one of our students has actually started a new webinar, and this is something I didn't talk about earlier, on Tuesdays. And I'm sure that he would be happy to have you there. But the ones that I'm gonna be very involved in are the Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And then of course, through the Skype chat, just say, hey, is there any way we could do a meeting? And we say, oh yeah, hey, what time's everyone available? And we'll do something, say for instance, if you live in UK or something, and it's late at night where you are, it's very late, you need to go to sleep because you wake up in the morning. That's why you're gonna wanna schedule something, you know, on a custom basis through the Skype chat. And so we try to, you know, it's worked out very well, and I strongly recommend that way of scheduling it. All right, so shouldn't be a problem, right? So will it work with someone with limited time? So this is another great example. That's the genius of this, is that's the whole idea. And I believe even if you had all the time in the world, it doesn't matter. You still need to get results fast. If you don't get results fast and you're not able to do things efficiently, you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna be like, oh, I need a break. You're gonna lose focus, and then you forget everything. So it needs to be like, boom. You're able to rinse and repeat something that was easily achieved, and that's the whole idea behind this. All right. But if you do have limited time, and you're like, oh, I won't have time to learn how to use it or whatnot, there's not much to learn. You know, it's literally you click on the button and you'll see it right there the way that it was shown on the screen a couple seconds ago, and you just select each box and then you click, you know, generate, and it creates it. And you also have the option of posting directly from the members area onto Facebook. I don't know if I mentioned that, but a lot of the time you won't just want to post it on Facebook. You might want to do something, you know, out of the ordinary with it or something. You might want to use it in PMs or DMs, or, you know, use it for another purpose, you know? But all in all, if you have limited time, you're in the right place, all right, buddy? Because I mean, a lot of the time I have limited time, or I'm involved in a project like that doing the Gurus project, and I'm just in another world for like 24 hours, and I'm working on something difficult, and it might, you know, etching bricks and foam or something like that. It takes forever, and you know, kind of go into my own world. I need to make sure my business is running, right? Well, in the morning, you spend about half an hour or 45 minutes, you know, access many ads, put your ads out, and then throughout the day, while you're doing, you know, or sleeping or going to work or whatnot, it's working for you, all right? So I hope I answered your question. So, you know, as you can see on the screen, we're nearing the end of this webinar, and it's just the beginning. If you've gotten in, it's just the beginning for you, but of course we only have 7 left. So make sure to get in. I mean, this is definitely something that you probably won't ever see again. And, you know, hopefully, you know, if you did attend the webinar, thank you so much, because, you know, here's the thing, this is gonna change a lot of mindsets. It's gonna change a lot of people's ways of thinking and save you a lot of money, whether or not you're in or not, you know, because now you'll know, you know, if someone's trying to sell you a technology or something like that, think about it in that way. It might be a great technology, you know, I mean, there's a lot of great vendors out there, but copywriting and the actual ad is very, very, very important. If anyone tells you opposite, you know, I think we really talked about that, you know, we proved it. So I also wanted to award someone $500. You know, we wanted to do that $500 cash giveaway. So I'm gonna go through the questions box right now, and we are gonna find someone and award them $500 for staying this long on the webinar. It's a great thing that you stayed this long. Thank you very much. All right, so how about I'll close my eyes and scroll a little bit. And David Wilcox. David Wilcox, you've won $500. All right, so if you could, in the questions box, hit me up with your PayPal information and I will shoot that out to you. Thank you very much. You're a patriot and a scholar, sir. It's great for you to be here. So we have 5 left, ladies and gentlemen. So who's it gonna be? 5 more people, and we're gonna jump into many ads, and then I'll see you on Wednesday, and then hopefully again on Sunday. If you'd like to come on Thursday, that's the one where my wife is also on there, and she does a lot of really cool crypto stuff, to be honest with you. I taught her marketing, she's taught me crypto. So we've got a really cool thing going on there. So if you can, come to Thursday, because that is a great time as well. All I can say here is, you know, and I'll go over the bonuses and everything. I know this, like, there's only 5 more spots left, so I'm gonna go over the bonuses once more. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, all right, if you get in right now, you will get access to the many ads, artificial intelligence software, and the 42 generators. You'll get custom generators where you can edit them and alter them, okay, to your liking. And you might want to do that if you have clients where you're doing those $10,000 copywriting jobs using many ads. You're definitely going to want to use the custom generators, because your clients will give you stuff. They'll give you brand names, stuff like that, and you can put those names and those certain phrases that they want you to say into those generators and really customize it and do a good job. And then you're going to get the ultimate done-for-you ads, comments, templates, profiles, everything that I had explained. You even get an ebook template, so you can crank out ebooks. All right, and remember, in the generators, when you're creating something using many ads, you know, as you're going along, even without using the custom generators, you can input your name, or you can input things, or you can erase things. Like, you can say, I don't like that drop down, and you can just skip it. So that's another really great example. So, you know, those 42 templates, you know, you got profiles, you got comments, you got YouTube titles, you've got everything. And then we're going to give you unlimited hosting and unlimited autoresponder and 200 website templates with all these different niches. We've got survival, we got get your ex back, we got all these different info niches. And you can be up and running on our hosting. We also have website editing software, so you know, you're going to be able to do everything within the Many Ads members area and publish everything you need. You're never going to need to, you're going to save a lot of money. And then, of course, we have the done-for-you traffic, where you can just input your link and you get traffic to wherever you choose, to whatever destination you choose. And it is targeted business traffic. Then we have the official family, all right? And that's where we're all meeting on Skype, and that's where you can schedule if you need to do a meeting. If you're missing every webinar and you're like, you know, I got some extra time today, is anyone available? That's why it's so important. It's such a valuable, priceless opportunity to have, you know, not only me, but all my students. You know, a big round of applause to them for so much help. I mean, I guess it's their way of giving back. A few of my students are euphoric. They can't even believe that, you know, they've done so well, so fast, and they're very excited. They want to help other people. They want to spread the word, and that's kind of like what happened with me. So you're going to also get the bonus if you're one of the 20. And again, there's 3 spots left now. And then there are the original Many Ads source docs that you're going to get too. So it's like we put a lot of money into hiring people to come up with ideas and to do variations of my copy. And that cost us quite a bit of money. It was about $13,000. So we're basically giving you that. I also didn't explain something. You're going to go through DocuSign, sign an NDA that you're not going to share it. All right. So yeah, you're going to get the original source code, the source docs, and then you're going to get high converting sales scripts. And those sales scripts have cost me about $19,000. And then you're gonna get those 3 mastermind meetings, which it's a $297 a month recurring charge usually, but for you, you are going to get that for free. So those are the 4 bonuses. And of course, that comes with the groundbreaking, innovational ManyAds AI software. And I'm just so happy to be able to present this to you, and I'm sure you're excited. It's going to make a very big change in your life. If you're not sure where to go, it's manyads.com/enroll. And remember that the code, the discount code, there's 3 left, is now 50. So you just put in that and you're going to get 50% off, and you're going to be rocking and rolling with us using the ManyAds software, and we're all going to be working together. It's going to be a beautiful thing. All right. So yeah, with that being said, I guess, yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I'm getting in the questions box, there's a lot of people who are like, no questions, you answered everything, and I thank you very much, everyone, for all the positive feedback and everything. All I would say is, like, for the 2 left, all I would say is that for the next 2 people who get in, you guys made the right decision. If for one reason or another you're on the fence, took you a while to get in, but by the time you 2 get in, I want you to know that I will promise you that this will be the best thing that you ever did for your internet marketing career or your online business, entrepreneurship, whatever you're doing. This encompasses so many different business models, so many different niches. It's, it is what it is. It's pretty cool. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just let the webinar roll, and you guys can get in at your own free time, or you can at your own pace. You can get in, and I'll just let it roll, and we will see you on the webinars. All right. So thanks everyone for being here. There are 2 left. Grab them. Let's make history. And thank you very much for watching. This is Jamie Lewis, and thank you very much. I'll see you all very soon.